Ooh. Okay. So we're going to move into the hips tonight. So we're going to start straight into deer pose. Okay. So we're going to ask you to start with your right leg in front, and you want the shin to be parallel with the front of your mat. And then you're going to draw your left leg behind you. Knee wants to be kind of in line-ish with the front knee, if that makes sense. Okay. Try and square the torso in front of the hips, and then we're going to come forward. You might be on your hands, you might be down onto the forearms, but just find a place that you can go. If you're on the hands and this feels really intense coming forward here, you can turn towards the knee. It'll make it slightly more comfortable. If you're feeling like, yeah, I can go deeper, you can turn towards the foot and everything will just heat up a little bit more. So just start to tune into the breath, perhaps working with the eyes closed to begin the practice. Start to notice the breath. Notice where you're holding tension in the body. Noticing if you've clamped the teeth together or perhaps if the tongue is drawn up to the roof of the mouth. And see if you can slowly release the tension, perhaps starting to bend into the elbows. Perhaps bringing the elbows all the way down onto the mat. Trying to invite the breath down into the hips, into the glutes, perhaps into the lower back, into wherever it is that you're feeling sensation. Taking 3 more gentle breath cycles, noticing when the mind begins to wander away. And just observe it without judging it. Gently draw it back. Try and count the breath in. And softly count the breath out. And then slowly start to draw yourself up onto the hands. Take a moment. Bring the back leg around to the front. And softly swap sides. Again, aligning the shin bone with the front of your mat. Noticing if one side feels tighter than the other and choosing to fold forward if that feels okay. Fall towards the knee if it's too much sensation, or fall towards the foot if the body will allow it. Noticing the temptation to try and tense the glutes to resist the sensation of stretching, of lengthening. Try with every exhale to really soften the body. Give in to the fight against gravity. Notice the arms, notice whether you could soften the elbows or perhaps come down onto the forearms now. If you've been facing towards the knee, perhaps see if you can migrate a little bit further forward and directly in front of you, or perhaps turning a little bit towards the foot. Taking 3 more gentle breath cycles. And then on your 4th inhale, gently start to walk the hands back towards you. Lift the chest up, bring the leg back and around for a moment. Notice the knees, notice which leg felt tighter when you did that. We're going to come back to it in a moment, so do try and remember which one was harder. Okay, we're going to draw the arms up and out to the side. Making sure the fingers really pull away from each other, try and invite a real sense of length end to end. If you know that you tend to lock out your elbows in this position, gently soften and really engage the arms instead. Good, shifting the weight slightly over onto your right glute. Bring the left leg behind you, find that shape. And then swap sides. Bring the leg forward and draw the other leg around. 2 more times. Draw the leg forward, find some mobility. Shift the leg back behind. And again, inhale, come to center. Exhale, arm goes back, leg goes back even. Last time. Swapping yourself over. Good, and then come to find that neutral position again, both legs crossed. Choose which side you need to repeat again, and find your way there. When you feel ready, drawing the hands down in front of you, and again, choosing whether they go towards the knee, in front of the body, or towards the foot. This is my tight side, so I'm going to be in the middle. We're only going to be here for half the time. But with every inhale, I really encourage you to try and soften the glutes and try and draw the crown of the head forward as if you're trying to invite length into the spine, pressing the hips backwards as you do so. Taking 3 more breath cycles. And then slowly begin to draw the hands back towards you. Find your way back to a central position. And bring the arms up overhead. Out the side, you've been good. Pull the fingers away from each other. Take a deep breath in, really lift the chest up. And then slowly bring your left leg back behind you. Take a deep breath, lift the chest up. We're going to try not to lean back here. We want to try and always tilt the body forward slightly and try and pick up the front leg. Take a deep breath in, lower the leg down. Good. As you inhale, breathe in. Exhale, you're going to either pick up the back foot or see if you can pick up the whole of the back leg without leaning too far over. Take a deep breath in, lower the leg down. Good. Gently swap sides. Okay, so again, picking up the front leg, making sure we're lifting up through the body, the weight stays forward, pick it up. Slowly drop it down. Choosing to pick up the whole of the back leg or just choosing to pick up the foot. Slowly drop it back down. Good. Swap the legs over again. Hips, you use them or lose them. Okay. This time you're going to pick up the front leg. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, leave the knee down regardless of what you did last time. Pick up the back foot. And then pulsate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Slowly turn the hands towards your right leg. Take a gentle push up lowering the chest down over the leg. Bring yourself all the way up. Left hand comes behind you. Shift the weight back. Bring the left leg forward, kick it up. Nice. Drop the leg down, turn the hands back around, lower over the leg. Bring yourself up, open the arms, swap the legs over. Good. So same again. Take a deep breath in, lean forward. Pick up the front leg. One more breath in, exhale, lower it down. Inhale, pick up the back foot, and then pulsate. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower it down. This time twisting towards your left side. Lower the chest. Inhale, bring it up. Bring your right hand behind you. Lean back. Kick the leg up. Drop the leg back down. Pivot around. Lower the chest. Good. And then bring the arms back up. Cross the legs over in any way that feels comfortable. Reach the hands up high. Take a deep breath in, draw the hands behind you, fingers track forward. If the shoulders are uncomfortable with this, you can turn the hands out. Roll the shoulders back. Good. Really try and puff up and lift the chest. And perhaps starting to push down through the feet, maybe start to lift the hips, maybe drop the knees forward. Take one more deep breath cycle in. And as you exhale, gently lower the body all the way down. Good. You can choose to rock over or roll around. If you want to find your way into a tabletop position on your mat. Okay. So bring your hands underneath shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. Take a really deep breath in. As you inhale, tilt the pelvis high. You lift the gaze, pull the hands back towards you. And as you exhale, push through the hands, round shoulders, round spine, gaze goes back. Inhale, lift the gaze up. Push through the top of the feet and gently hover the knees. Keep the gaze up, keep that pelvic shape, good. And then push through the hands, round the shoulders, round the spine, keep the knees hovering. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, push down, round. Good, come to find a neutral position and lower the knees. Good. With your next inhale, we're going to tuck the right toe underneath. Inhale again, open the leg up, so really open the hip. Good, and then exhale, draw the right knee through towards the left elbow. Inhaling, open it all the way up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale to open. Good, exhale, knee across. Bring the right knee to the right elbow and then gently drop the knee back, tabletop. Good, swapping sides, draw the left leg up. Open the hips. Exhale, left knee finds right elbow, draw it through the body. Inhale to open. Exhale, knee comes through. Inhale to open. Last time, exhale, knee comes through. Bring it across to the left elbow, drop it back. Good, find your tabletop. Okay, so this time we're going to swap sides. As you inhale, I'd like you to straighten the right leg back behind you. Toes grounded, good. You're going to pivot your left knee so the foot goes behind the knee. Move the left hand into the center of the mat. And as you inhale, reach up with the right arm. Good. Gaze can be forward, gaze can shift, or just you can shift the top of the top hand towards the ceiling or the sky if you're practicing outside. And then slowly come onto the fingertips. Pull yourself all the way up. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to come down, hands in front of us, making sure we've got quite a long stance here. Find your way down, forearms underneath the shoulders. Trying to keep the hips over the knee. And making sure to engage and lift the quadriceps on that the right leg that's extended out. Taking 2 more breath cycles. As you inhale, gently start to walk the hands back towards you. Good. And then inhale, reach the arms out. Open the arms. You're going to take a baby trikonasana. So moving the hand across and down, bringing the back arm up. Taking 1 more deep breath cycle. With your next inhale, slowly draw the body all the way up. And as you exhale, we're going to start to lower the left hand down towards the ground. Pull the right foot in towards you. Pick up the right leg, really push the heel back, reach the hand towards the ceiling. And then turn the palm down, reach it overhead. Take a deep breath in, bend the right knee, draw the right elbow to the knee in front of the body. Inhale, open the 2. Exhale, draw knee and elbow. Inhale, open. And again, exhale, draw knee and elbow, hold, take in a deep breath. Gaze goes down, straighten out. Drop the right foot back down. Gaze goes down, hand goes down, pivot onto the ball of the back foot and onto the knee. Good, we're going to come into pigeon pose, so drawing that left foot across. Shuffle the right leg back behind you. Come onto the back toes, and then walk the fingers a little bit closer. If the knee is uncomfortable, you can always pull those front toes back to help stabilize the knee. And if you're finding this easy, bring the leg further forward and then roll the hips square again. And then coming down onto the forearms under the shoulders. Choosing to stack the wrists and relax the head down, or choosing to just stay as you are. Taking 2 more breath cycles. And very slowly begin to walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Pivot onto the inside of the back foot again. Reach the arm back up towards the ceiling, and this time straighten the leg through. Find falling star, rock star, however you want to call it. And really try and push the hips up, allow the right hand to fall back. Good. Take a deep breath in, gaze goes down, hand goes down. And then try and square the hips, leave the leg where it is. Should feel quite a stretch down the outside of the IT band. Take 1 more deep breath cycle. Bring the left leg all the way back. And then drop the knees, find your tabletop. Okay, so we're going to swap sides. You're going to straighten your left leg back behind you. And then pivot around on the right knee this time. Right hand goes down, inhale to reach the left arm high. Gaze can stay forward, gaze can stay down, gaze can turn up depending on how the neck is feeling. With your next inhale, slowly begin to rise up onto the fingertips with the right hand. And then pull yourself all the way up. Taking a really deep breath in. As you exhale, slide the foot out and come down to rest. On hands or perhaps on forearms. Keeping the hips over and in line with the knees. And really engage the quads on that straightened leg. Really lift up the kneecap. And keep this strong through the chest too. We always want to collapse into this space between the shoulders. Keep trying to push down with the forearms. Keep the upper back slightly domed, abs engaged. Take 1 more deep breath cycle. And then slowly as you inhale, find your way up onto the hands, walk them back towards you. When you're ready, reach the arms up overhead. Good. Opening the arms out, draw the left hand down, right hand comes up, find your baby trikonasana. Take another deep breath cycle. And as you inhale, pull yourself up. As you exhale, we're going to drop the hand down. Draw the foot towards you and lift the leg. Really press the heel away and then turn the hand down, reach overhead. Take a deep breath in, bend knee, meet the elbow in front of the body. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, meet the two together. Inhale, stretch them out. Exhale, knee comes to find elbow, hold. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, extend them out. Gaze goes down, hand goes down. Drop the foot and pivot onto the ball of the back foot and onto the knee. Good. And then slowly walk the right foot across. Shuffle the left leg back behind you so we find pigeon on the other side. Good. Coming onto the fingertips first. Make sure the hips are where the tendency is to collapse. So try and keep the hips level and then bring elbows down underneath shoulders. Slowly as you inhale, start to walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Come onto the inside of the back foot. Right hand goes down, left arm reaches up. Option 1 is to stay here. Option 2 is to straighten the leg through that space. Option 3, if you really want to go to town, pull the right foot back and try and hover it off the mat. Take a deep breath in. If you've hovered it, just drop the leg back down. Bring the left hand down, pivot onto the ball of the back foot so the hips are square. And then keep sliding that leg out. So you should feel a stretch through the IT band. And then slowly step the foot back, find your first high plank. And then take a chaturanga. So you can drop the knees, you can take the full version. Elbows drive towards the back of the mat. Come onto the top of the feet, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale to lower. Tuck toes, push yourself back, find your first downward facing dog. Just take a minute to settle in here, walking the feet, making sure they're about hip width distance apart. Perhaps micro bending the knees, send the hips even higher. Noticing the hands, making sure the knuckles are grounded, elbows are slightly soft, shoulders wrap out away from the ears. And then draw the ribcage in underneath. Good. As you inhale, float the right leg up, really press the heel back. As you exhale, bend the right knee, try and yawn the right hip open. Good. Inhale, square the hips. And then step the right foot forward between the hands. Come on to the fingertips. As you inhale, we're going to reach both arms up overhead. Take a really deep breath in, draw the fingertips high. And as you exhale, open up, find your warrior two. Good, sinking down into that front knee, knee stacks over the ankle. Hips really roll open. Squeeze the glutes slightly and tuck the pelvis underneath. As you inhale, start to straighten the front leg, reach the arms high. Exhale, soften into the front knee, arms open. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, soften. One more time, inhale, reach up high. Exhale to soften. Inhale, straighten the front leg, turn palms. Reach the front hand forward and down. Back arm comes up towards the ceiling. And again, the tendency here is to push the glutes back. Try and engage them and draw them underneath the body. Staying here, we're bringing the bottom hand forward. Take one more deep breath in. Drop the hand down. Inhale, pull yourself up. Exhale to sink back down into the front knee. Forearm comes down, palm faces up. Back arm sweeps forward and then rolls the shoulder, rolls the hip open, roll onto the outer blade of that back foot. And really pull the two away from each other. Staying here, choosing to hover the bottom arm, or if you really want to go to town, extend the arm out. Take one more deep breath in. Gaze goes down, hands go down to match. Turn onto the ball of the back foot and drop the back knee down. Good, and then bring both hands to the inside of the foot. Okay, so we're going to do a gentle PNF stretch. So what I'd like you to do here is you're going to squeeze the knee into the shoulder and push the shoulder back out into the knee. So there's a real contact point here. Should feel this through the inner thigh. Take one more deep breath cycle in. And as you exhale, slowly release the pressure and then walk the foot wider, turn the toes out. Good, and then going for it again. So squeeze the knee back in. Leave the foot where it is, push the shoulder out into the knee. Taking one more deep breath cycle. Exhale, release the pressure. Walk the foot even wider, sink the hips forward and down. And again, squeeze the knee in, push the shoulder and whole arm out into that leg. One more deep breath cycle. Release, allow the knee to wing all the way out. You can roll onto the outer blade of the front foot if you prefer. You can keep the foot grounded. Take a really deep breath in. And then slowly we're going to tuck the back toe and lift up the back knee. And then I'd like you to inhale and shift the weight forward as if you're trying to peek off the edge of your yoga mat. Don't like the view, shift the weight back, push the heel back. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Notice if the back knee bends as you go backwards. Try and keep it straight, push the heel back. Last time, inhale, take in the view. Exhale, press the heel back. Good, slowly start to walk the foot back in towards the midline. Hand comes to the outside. And step the foot to the back of the mat. Your choice, taking a vinyasa, coming down onto the hands and taking a cat-cow, or moving straight to downward facing dog. Reset the body, how it fits your practice. Good. As you inhale, this time send the left leg high toward the ceiling, pressing that heel back. As you exhale, begin to bend the knee and try and yawn the hip open. Try to stack the left hip on top of the right. Inhale, square the hips. Exhale, step the foot down between the hands. Good, come on to the fingertips. And when you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Pull the fingertips up as you exhale, open up, find your warrior two. Making sure that front knee really pulls out. If you're not sure, see if you can pick up the big toe of the front foot. I'll soon tell you whether your arch is lifted up or not. Inhale, start to straighten the front leg, reach the hands up overhead. And exhale, sink back down. Inhale, reach the arms up, turn the palms up. Exhale, palms go down, knee bends back down. One more time, inhale, palms up, leg straight. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Making sure to keep a micro bend, so not locking the joint, pull the quads up. Front hand pulls forward, hand goes down. Back arm sweeps high toward the ceiling. Gaze can follow, gaze can stay forward, or gaze can stay down. Choosing to stay there, or bring the bottom hand forward. Take one more deep breath in. Allow the hand to go down, pull yourself back up. Sink down into the front knee, forearm goes down, palm up. Back arm sweeps forward. Watch the front knee doesn't cave in and roll the shoulder open. Roll the hip open, roll onto the outer blade of the back foot. Good. And then slowly you can choose to perhaps sink a little bit deeper and maybe try and hover the bottom elbow, or maybe just try tapping it. Or you're welcome to reach the arm all the way out. Really engage the obliques, don't collapse the chest, keep rolling it open. One more breath in. Gaze goes down, hands go down to match. Turn onto the ball of the back foot, drop the back knee. And tuck the back toes. Good. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing again. So this time, Keeping the foot in, both hands to the inside of the foot, squeeze the knee in towards the shoulder, push the shoulder back out into the knee. Taking one more deep breath cycle in as you exhale, soften the pressure, walk the foot wide, turn the toes slightly onto the diagonal. And then again, squeeze the knee in, push the shoulder out. Take one more deep breath cycle. Release the pressure, walk the foot wider, turn the toes. Last time. Squeeze the knee in, push the arm out. Taking one more deep breath cycle. Release the pressure, sink into that front hip, perhaps choosing to roll onto the outer blade of the front foot, perhaps keeping the foot grounded, entirely up to you. You can come onto the forearms, you've got about 2 breaths here. Slowly start to find your way up onto the hands. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. So again, as you inhale, start to shift the weight forward, peer off the mat. Exhale, press the heel back. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, press the heel back. One more time. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, push back. Start to walk that left foot back into the middle. Hand goes to the outside. Step the front foot. Step the back foot to the front of the mat, sorry. Good. And then inhale, draw the hands halfway up the shins, press the hips back, draw the crown of the head forward, keep a long neck, long spine. Exhale, bend the knees, fold all the way down. Inhale, lift halfway and right the length. Exhale, bend the knees, fold the body down. Last time, inhale, invite length. Exhale, bend the knees, fold belly to thighs, relax the head. Keep the knees bent as you inhale, sweep the arms up, find chair pose. Good. Imagine squeezing the knees in towards an imaginary block. So keep them in line with the hips here. Just imagine you're squeezing them in. That's it. Draw the rib cage in so the pelvis tucks underneath slightly. Sink a little bit deeper. And then turn the hands to the little finger rounds forward and pull the arm back by the ears. Really engage the upper back. Keep the knees squeezing in towards each other. Sink a little bit lower. Check you can see your big toes. You can't shift the weight back. Good. As you inhale, slowly come all the way up. Good. Release the hands down. So we're going to find our way into tree pose. And you are welcome to pick where you want to bring the foot. But you're going to ground down to your left leg to start. And the foot might be here. The balance might not be cooperating today, but we're keeping the knee open, rolling the hips open. The foot might be here, or it might be all the way up above the knee. Make sure it's above or below the knee. Good. Push the foot into the leg, push the leg back into the foot. Again, you should feel real engagement through the inner thighs, through the legs. Tuck the hip in, draw the abdominals together, pull the ribcage down. Hands come together, elbows rise up and press the hands. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, start to sink yourself all the way down. Start to slide that foot across above the knee. Ankle rests on the thigh. And keep sinking the hips back and down. Try and keep the chest up. Chairs are fine. Take one more deep breath cycle in. Slowly as you inhale, lift up. Draw the knee up. Try not to lean away from it. And try and straighten the leg out. Good. And then slowly start to pivot the leg, turn the toes forward. Start to lean the chest forward. So you find kind of an awkward warrior 3. And then open the arms up to match. Good. Take a deep breath. Slowly start to bring your left hand down. Sweep that leg even further behind you. Open up and find your first half moon. Really press the heel back. Good. Take a deep breath in. Step the foot to the back of the mat. Find your warrior 2. Good. Inhale, start to straighten the front leg, turn the foot in. And then turn the heels in, turn the toes out. Good, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, start to sink down into those knees, making sure the knees stay out. And if you notice that you're starting to twerk, see if you can tap the tailbone underneath. And then sink a little bit lower. Rib cage draws in. Good. Reach the hands up overhead. And then use the fingers, pull yourself all the way up. Good. Cactus the arms, bend the knees, come back down. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, cactus the arms, bring them all the way down. Inhale, reach them all the way up. Last time, cactus all the way down. Sink a little bit lower, tap the tailbone and pulse. 5, 4, sink lower. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come up. Turn the front foot back. Open the arms up. Shift the weight forward and find your way back into that half moon shape. Good. And then start to turn the toes down. Reach the arm down and forward, find your way into a normal warrior 3. And then step the foot beside the other one, bend the knees, find chair pose on the other side. Good, again, squeezing the knees towards an imaginary something in the middle. Wrapping the little fingers around and pulling the hands back, really engage the upper back, draw the rib cage in, sink down. Check in, make sure you can see the toes. Inhale, gently stand. And exhale, release the hands down by your side. Okay, swapping sides. We're going to shift the weight this time into your right leg. Pull the left foot up. Again, finding tree pose wherever it suits you. If the balance is off, toes go down, but work on opening the knees, opening the pelvis. Good, pushing the foot wherever it is into the leg. Push the leg back into the foot. Hip tucks underneath, rib cage draws down. Hands come together, elbows come up. And then really push the hands together. Start to feel the upper back wake up, feel the shoulders engage. Tendency is to always look down here. See if you can maybe lift your gaze up. And with your next in-breath, slowly start to pick up the knee. Push the heel down, straighten the leg out. Okay, keep the hands at the chest. Turn the toes forward. You're going to fold forward, keeping that leg up. I'm working with a bit of an injury on this hip, so just bear with me. The arms reach out to the side. Good, and then slowly start to bring the foot behind the body. Open the arms up, find a half moon. Good, take one more deep breath cycle. Step the foot back. Good. Sink down, find your warrior 2. Inhale to straighten the front leg. Turn the foot in. Heels come in, toes go out. Sink down, finding that goddess or god pose. Pull the knees out, sink a little bit deeper. Good. Draw the hands in front of you. Heels come together, hands go in front, fingers splayed. Little fingers and thumbs touch. Find the mudra. Imagine really holding something important in front of you. And then you don't want to drop it. Slowly start to fire through the legs and lift the heels, come onto the tiptoes. Start to rise up, straighten the legs, staying on the tiptoes if you can, reach the arms up. And then slowly draw that energy back down into you, sink back down into the hips, keep the heels. 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink down. Last time. Inhale, reach up, shoot the energy up. Open the arms. Drop the heels, turn the front foot. Gently create a bit of weight into the back leg, ready to lever you forward to find your half moon on the other side. Slowly reach the hands forward, pivot the hip down. Find a normal warrior, 3 arms reach in front. Good, and then step the foot down. This time I'm going to fold the body all the way down over that front leg. Relax the head, take opposite elbow, and just hang here for a moment. Inhale, lift halfway, find like hands to shins. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump the feet to the back of the mat. Taking a full vinyasa, dropping the knees, taking a half vinyasa or taking a cat-cow. Finding your way back slowly to downward facing dog. Good. As you inhale, I'd like you to pick up the left foot. Pivot the left knee out and bring the left ankle above the right thigh. Good. Shift the left hand into the middle of the mat, pivot onto the inside of the right foot. Bring the knee down, open the right arm up towards the ceiling. Good. Keep pushing the hips forward, keep levering against that knee. Take one more deep breath cycle in. Gaze goes down, hand goes down. Pivot onto the ball of the back foot. This time turn the other way. Right hand rounds. Outside of the foot, left arm reaches up this time. Slowly start to lift up the left knee towards you and straighten the leg towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, bring it in towards the chest, gaze down at the right hand, step the foot forward. Yes, good. Come onto the fingertips. Good. And then as you inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Reaching the fingers a little bit higher, open up. Find warrior two, sink into the front knee. Inhale, start to straighten the front leg, turn the foot in. Take a moment to find your alignment with the feet. And then we're going to turn the left toes forward again. Inhale, turn the toes in. Exhale, turn the toes forward. One more time, inhale in. Exhale to open. Hands come onto the waist, take a deep breath, squeeze the elbows behind you. Micro bend the front knee, lift the quads. You're going to push the hips back. Keep the feet as they are and fold into this space. It can feel a bit weird. That's okay. Keep the elbows squeezing behind each other. Head is part of the spine, so making sure the neck stays in line. Inhale, slowly lift all the way back up. Good. Sink into that front knee, open the arms. Take a deep breath in, cartwheel the hands down. Turn onto the ball of the back foot. Step the front foot to the back of the mat. Your choice, take the vinyasa or skip it out, entirely up to you. And then finding your way back to downward dog. Swapping sides, so this time picking up the right foot, bending the knee. Bringing the foot over, above the left knee. Shift the weight forward slightly, bring the right hand to the center of the mat. Turn onto the inside of the left foot, ground the right knee down, open the left hand up. Really push the hips forward. One more deep breath cycle in. Exhale, gaze goes down, hand goes down. Pivot onto the ball of the back foot. Okay. Push down, roll onto the outside of the foot. Pick up the knee, open the arm up. Good. And then start to straighten the right leg towards the ceiling. Bend the knee back down, bring it in towards the chest, gaze goes down, step the foot down between the hands. Good. Inhale, sweep, reach the arms up. Exhale, open up, find your warrior two. Good. Inhale, straighten the front leg, turn the toes in. Exhale, turn the toes out. Inhale, turn the toes in. Exhale, turn the toes back out. One more time. Inhale in. Exhale out. Hands come to the waist, squeeze the elbows back. Take a deep breath, make sure both knees are micro bent. Push the hips back. Fold the body forward, keep the neck as part of the spine. Hips go back, make sure the weight is on the balls of the feet so the weight shifts forward. Squeeze the elbows. 2 more breath cycles. Inhale, draw yourself all the way back up. Sink down, find warrior two. Take a deep breath. Gaze over the front hand, cartwheel the hands. Turn onto the ball of the back foot. And step the back foot to the front of the mat. Walk the feet quite wide apart. Turn the toes out. And sink all the way down into your yogi squat balasana. Good. So you're going to bring the hands together and really use the backs of the arms to push, push the knees out. If you're sat down here and you're quite comfortable, lift the elbows a little bit higher. Push the knees out and then lift this chest, lift yourself up a little bit. So you really start to work into the muscles, not the end zone of the ligaments. Take a deep breath. Slowly start to lower the left shoulder down. Open the left arm down and reach the right arm up. And then swapping sides, hands come together. Make sure you don't sink back down. Open the arm, reach up with the left. Slowly bring the hands back together. And then as you inhale, push down with the feet, lift the arms, come all up standing. Exhale, bend the knees, go all the way back down. Inhale, push down, lift up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, push down, reach up. Rise up onto the toes. Good, start to bend the knees, staying on the toes if you can. Hands go wide. Inhale, straighten. And then gently lower the heels, turn the toes. Release the hands down by your side. Good. Okay, so we're going to come back and find a variation of tree pose, but with the leg across above the knee. So bringing your right leg up and above the knee. Good. Hands come onto the waist. Start to lower the hips down. Making sure we're really opening that space. So the knee wants to imagine it's pushing down and the hips are going backwards, keeping the chest up. One more breath cycle. Sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, draw yourself all the way up, bring knee towards chest. Exhale, start to push the foot all the way back behind you as if you're kicking a door shut. Step the foot back, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, open, find warrior two, and then immediately turn the back toes out slightly. Good. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, start to bend into the back knee, hands come down, start to lift the front toes up. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Open, find warrior two. Next, inhale, straighten the front leg, hands come together, sink down. Inhale, push off, find warrior two. Inhale, hands come together, sink all the way down. Find your Skandasana. If you're not sure about how to arrive into this, bring the hands forward. Slowly start to lift the heel up on that leg, walk the hands back. Turn the toes and shorten the stance, pull the heel in. That's it, good. So you're going to open your right arm down, pick the left arm up, open the chest like you did before. Making sure you keep that leg engaged, keep the quads active. Bring the hands down in front of you. You can keep the fingers down if you need them for balance, or you can lift the hands towards heart center. Think about lifting the chest up. Take a deep breath in. Slowly come to sit down. Try not to use your hands. Yes, nice. Okay, shuffle forward a bit. So from here, you're going to reach the arms forward. You're going to drop the knee down. Inhale, pick it back up. Exhale, drop the knee down. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, drop the knee down. Hands come behind, fingers point backwards. Pull the toes towards you. Micro bend the knee and really concentrate enough to pick up the quads. Push the hands back, start to lean the chest forward. Again, you're leading with the crown of the head. Pulling that hip back into the socket, head goes forward. Really make sure those toes pull in so we get to the calf as well. Inhale, gently bring yourself up. Reach the arms forward. And pick knee up. Okay. Stay where you are. Option number one, I'll show you, is to just cross the legs. Stand up, step the foot out. Option number two, from here, is to shift your weight back. You have to pick up the front leg. Well, so anyway, I can do it anyway. Rock your weight forward. Come back into your Skandasana. Push off. Find warrior two. Nice. Go on. Pull yourself forward. Yes. Something to work on at home. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Slowly cartwheel the hands down. Turn onto the board of the back foot. Step the back foot to the front of the mat. Inhale. Lift halfway, find length. Exhale, bend the knees, fold the body down. Good. Inhale, lift halfway and find length. Exhale, bend the knees, belly down. Last time, inhale, lift halfway, find length. Exhale, bend the knees, belly down. Inhaling, rolling all the way up. Rolling the shoulders back. Good. And then swapping sides. So shifting your weight into your right foot, drawing the left foot up and across. Making sure that knee tries to drop down as best you can, hands to the waist. Ribcage draws in, bend the knee, shift the hips back. Keep trying to keep the chest up. Two more breath cycles. Sink a little bit lower if you can. Inhale, come to stand. Bring the knee in towards the chest. Push the leg back behind you. Heel presses back as if you're trying to kick a door shut behind you, and make sure the right hip drops down. Left hip, sorry, drops down. Step the foot back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, find warrior two. Good, and then immediately turn the back toes. Take a deep breath in as you exhale. Front toes lift up, bend into the back knee. Knee wants to point towards those diagonal toes. Inhale, lift up, sink down, warrior two. Watch the front knee. Inhale, lift up, good. Sink down. Inhale again, lift up, exhale, warrior two. Last time, inhale up, exhale, sink down. Again, if you need to, hands go forward, pick up the heel, walk the hands back. Pulling up those toes and make sure they don't cave in, internal rotation of the hip. We want to externally rotate. Good. And then left hand goes down. Open the right arm up. Gaze can follow the hand, gaze can stay forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands down. Leaving the hands in front of you, or perhaps seeing if you can lift the chest, draw the hands together. Push the arms out. Nice. Taking one more deep breath cycle. Reach the hands forward and come to sit. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop the knee. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, drop the knee. Inhale up. Exhale, drop the knee. Bring the hands behind you. Make sure if that foot started to fall out that you really pull it back in. Toes pull up, knee micro bends, quads are active. Fingers go behind, start to lift the chest up and lean it forward over the front leg. To inhale, gently start to lift the chest back. Good. Open the knee. You know the choices. You're welcome to cross the legs and try and stand up that way, using the hands to begin with if you need to. You're welcome to try and come here. Shifting the weight back, pick up the foot, rock the weight forward. Thanks. And then lift up. Open up, find warrior two. Watching that front knee, take a deep breath in. Cartwheel the hands. Step the front foot to the back of the mat and take your last vinyasa. Grounding down the knuckles, softening the elbows, rolling the shoulders out, drawing the rib cage in. Take a really deep breath cycle in. And as you exhale, slowly start to walk the feet forward towards the hands. Inhale, draw halfway by length. Exhale, bend the knees, fold. Bring the hands down in front of you, shift the weight forward, come onto the balls of the feet. Pick the hands up in front. Good. I'll face you. Okay. So what I'd like you to do from here is to shift your weight, if you've got any more oomph left in you, into your left leg. Try and extend the right leg out. Drop yourself down. Good. Then see if you can lift yourself up. Put the foot down, swap sides, sink down. One more time. Up, foot in, send it out, sink down. Good. Last time. Lift up, bring the foot in, straighten it out, sink down. Okay, enough of that. Bring the poles of the feet together. Let the knees fall out. And notice if one knee still sits slightly higher than the other, just be mindful of that. If you know that you have a particularly open hip, I'd actually suggest wedging underneath it to give this one a chance to counter it, because otherwise we permanently end up with this imbalance. Okay, bring the thumbs into the soles of the feet, open them up. Gently start to press the hips back, draw the crown of the head forward, and then elbows can stay in and come down. Elbows can come out and use the front of the shins to keep pulling the chest forward and softening the body down. Two more breath cycles. Inhale, lift yourself up. Good. Okay, if you've used a block, get rid of it. You're going to draw the foot in. Straighten your left leg down. Good. And then slowly open the leg wider. Bring the foot in. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to again, guess what? Engage. Bring the elbow of your left hand down onto the knee, not onto the knee, onto the thigh, just above it, or onto the shin below it. Hand goes into the head rests in the hand. Roll the top shoulder open, reach the arm up, and if the body feels okay, you can reach the arm overhead. This can feel quite intense for a lot of people, so if it does, bring the hand behind you and just tuck it into the top of your leggings or your shorts. Just keep the chest rolled open, it's far more important. Taking 2 more breath cycles. Slowly inhale and draw yourself up. Good. And your right hand is going to come down behind. Push down through the hand. Take a baby wild thing, shifting the weight forward onto the shin and onto the top of the foot, leading with the left hand forward. Reach the hand up, push the hips forward, allow the hand to drop back, gaze follows the hand. And then slowly peel the body all the way back down. Good, and swapping sides. Opening the leg wide, pulling the foot in. Good, and then again, pull the toes up, make sure we have that micro bend. So not pulling the toes up and locking into the space, pulling the toes up and micro bending. Good. Elbow above the knee or below the knee. Hand into, why can I not get that far way around? Head into hand. Arm, if you want to, if your practice is there and you can honestly roll the shoulder open without losing it, by all means bring the arm up overhead. If that feels too intense or you notice that the weight means you close the posture, hand goes behind, tuck it into your shorts or your leggings, roll the top shoulder open. Few more breath cycles. Inhale, gently draw up. Bring the hand down behind you. Push down through your left hand. Right hand reaches forward and opens the hips up, finding that baby wild thing. Take one more deep breath cycle in. As you exhale, hands and hips gently come back down. Good. Okay. Bring the legs together in front of you, bend the knees. If you have a block or a book, make sure you have it with you. Okay. And we're going to slowly come to roll all the way down. Knees come in towards the chest. And then slowly plant the feet down. Good. Keep hold of your block or your book for a minute. Just gently drop the knees from left to right. Just neutralizing out a little bit of the tension, perhaps in the glutes or the lower back. And then bringing the knees towards the ceiling. Gently draw the rib cage in and down. So we're not pressing the lower back down into the mat. I'd just like you to draw the rib cage in and you'll feel the pelvis naturally adjust. And there should still be, for most people, some space at the low back. That keeps a natural curve. Okay, pressing through the top of the feet. Start to lift the hips up. Slide the block or your book underneath the hips. You want it fairly low. And then gently, maybe straighten one leg down. Maybe you can straighten the other. Good. Bringing the hands down by your side, the palms upturned, gently close down the eyes. Start to become aware of the back of the body, back of the heel, back of the calf. Noticing your glutes and your low back as they rest against the block or the book. Start to trace your way up along the spine, starting to notice the weight of the shoulder blades and gently draw them underneath you, create more space across the front of the body. Noticing the weight of the back of the arms and the backs of the hands. Noticing the weight of the back of the head and tucking the chin slightly towards the chest to encourage a little bit more length. 3 more deep breath cycles. And the whole body to really melt down, feel heavy. In your own time, when you feel ready, there is absolutely no rush. Gently start to bend the knees and plant the feet back down. Take a moment there, take a full breath cycle, allow yourself to just feel. And then draw the rib cage in if you've allowed it to gently open and release. Press through the feet, lift the hips just enough to remove the block out from underneath you. Moving the hands slightly away from the body, drop the knees left and drop the knees right. Doing it one more time if you'd like to. The tendency here sometimes is to feel like you need a forward fold. I would advocate against it biomechanically if you can, and just bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees fall out if you feel like you need to do something below that. If you really need to take a forward fold, come into a happy baby, press the feet down and try and keep the pelvis down, feet up, so we're not lifting up the tailbone. If you feel fine, go straight into Shavasana, walking the feet all the way down. You don't have to do something else. Walk the feet mat width distance apart, hands again down by the side of the body, palms upturned, chin slightly tucked towards chest. Good. Working with the eyes closed. Start to gently become aware of the breath in the body. As you inhale, really start to fill the belly, fill the chest, lift the collarbones. And as you exhale, gently lower the chest, lower the belly back down, open the mouth as you let the air out. Inhale, breathe into the width of the body, spread the ribcage wide across the mat. And exhale, draw the ribcage back towards the spine. Inhale, breathe into the back of the body. Imagine trying to lift yourself up and off the mat. And as you exhale, allow the whole weight to come all the way back down and feel heavy. Inhale, fill belly, fill chest. Exhale, lower chest, empty belly. Inhale, breathe width, breathe into the space under the armpits. Spread the ribs wide, fill the lungs. Exhale, hug the lungs back towards the spine. Inhale, breathing into the back of the body, lifting your whole self up. And as you exhale, open the mouth, allow the body to come all the way back down onto the mat, onto the ground. One more time. Inhale, fill belly, fill chest, lift collarbones. Exhale, lower collarbones, chest, empty belly. Inhale, fill the width of the body, spread the ribcage. Exhale, hug the ribs back in, empty the lungs. Last time, inhale, breathe into the back of the body. Open the mouth, exhale, allow the body to deflate all the way back down onto the mat, onto the ground, onto the earth. And just come to be with your own breath cycle, without judgment. Slowly into the toes, into the fingers. Keeping your eyes closed as you inhale, reach the arms up, fold the hand behind you. Bringing the legs together and really stretching out from end to end. Take a deep breath in, keep the eyes closed if you can. Bend the knees, plant the feet. And then choosing to roll onto your left or your right side, using one arm to make a pillow. And rolling all the way over onto that side, bending the knees, finding a fetal position for a moment. And when you feel ready, trying to resist the urge to open the eyes, begin to straighten the top leg. Push down with the top hand. And slowly push yourself back up to find a seated position on your mat. Bringing the hands where they naturally find themselves. It might be on the knees or the thighs or on the seat of the lap. Take a really deep breath cycle. Fill the belly, fill the chest, lift the collarbones. Open the mouth, sigh it back out. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the chest, lift the collarbones. Open the mouth, sigh it back out. Last time. Inhale, fill belly, chest, collarbones, hold. Taking a tiny bit more air, open the mouth, really let it all out. Come to sit with breath as it moves through the body. And gently lift the corners of the mouth and just notice how it makes you feel. The hips get a really negative association through yoga as being a negative storage ground of the body where we put all of our worst nightmares and darkest emotions. All the things that we don't want to be found and we don't want seen. And sometimes I think the things that we hide the most at times can be joy, because it's confusing and scary. We're never quite sure how long it will last, so sometimes it's easier to avoid it completely. So just allow yourself for the next 24 hours to feel however the body wants to feel, and just acknowledge that without presumption or making stories in your head about what it means, just allowing yourself to move with every breath in and every breath out with anything that comes up. Perhaps just sit and smile in the face of it. When you feel ready, extend the arms out in front of you, rub the hands together to generate some heat. Bring the fingers over the eyes. Blink the eyes open slowly behind the hands. Spread the fingers, let light back in when you feel ready. And then release the hands down in front of you. Namaste. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Katie.
You're very welcome.